there's the Israeli delegation, the Jewish delegation goes there, and Andrei Gromyko was the head of the delegation from the Russian side, just took aside the Israeli, the Jewish ambassador to the UN and says, we are with you, okay? Don't listen to other voices, we're going to vote with you. This is when they know they should push for the resolution. There was a lot of work done underneath the table with Jewish and Christian community in America influencing the president, because and it was always like this, that the foreign minister in America had always seen Israel as an obstacle. I wouldn't say it more dramatic, but as an obstacle. You know, why do we have to suffer for this little place in the Middle East? And it was a presidential decision eventually that led to this amazing unity in a single point of history, and without the help of many, many great people in America, we couldn't have done this. So on one hand you saw of course, this detention camp and all the bad things that were happening here. On the other hand, we should see and look and say thank you to all the people that did great to make it happen. You know, so I always like to highlight the good point, because we always have to look around and see where we are. You know, take a quick look to the left. There is a cliff over there. This is where it was I ran here from my house. I do my morning run, and I run to the end of the cliff, at least once a week or twice a week even, with my wife, to take an amazing view of the coast of Israel. And it's just, I cannot stop myself by telling time and time again the story of how it happened to myself, to other people. And so there's still a lot of you can be proud of the good things that the Americans have done for Israel, and not only seeing the problems. Okay, so Palestine. I'll say a few words about the name Palestine, where it came from. So we talked before about the Jewish rebellions against the Romans. So we have the Great Rebellion documented by Josephus Flavius in the year 66 until 73, until Masada has been taken, AD. Okay, so that's the Great Rebellion, they call it. And then we have Bar Kokhba Rebellion, 65 years later. As a result of this rebellion, that was very brutal for the community, but also for the Romans. The Romans lost a complete legion. Legion number 22 was erased from the record, was never built again. So they lost quite a lot of soldiers, and as a result, they decided to punish the Jewish community, not only by turning Jerusalem to a paganistic city and change its name from Jerusalem to Ilia Capitolina, and build a Roman temple on the place of the temple that sort of shocked the people here, but they changed the name of the country. Now, if you remember, in the early biblical period, we're always talking about the confrontation of the Israelites and the Philistines. Okay, the Philistines were totally demolished in 604 BC by the Babylonians, so they did not exist here. Nevertheless, the name of the area where they lived still stayed in the memory of the people, and since they were Greek people, okay, and the culture was Roman Greek, they decided to name the whole area that was known as Judea by the name of the Philistines. So Palestina comes from the name Philistines.
Take the word Philistine, translated into Latin, becomes Palestine.
Oh.
By the name, again, Hebrew. Plishtim is the way we say it in Hebrew. Plishtim. What does it mean? It was given to them, the name was given to this community by the Egyptian. And in Egyptian and in Hebrew, Plishtim is the invaders. The invaders, the people who invaded this land from the Greek islands. So it's interesting that the name Palestine really captured the concept of people who invaded this land. We are entering now another interesting site here in Caesarea. This time we're looking at Caesarea of the Sea, Maritima, that was built by King Herod the father. It turned to be one of the most successful economical projects that was built in the land of Israel, except of Jerusalem itself. And we're going to explore only what we see today is the ruins that were left from the city center. The city itself spread all around. We will see the city center where we will see the major facilities, and also we'll be exposed. We will see the Crusader city that was much smaller, but there's still signs of it. And we start here with the Roman aqueduct, basically a water pipe that led water to this city that at its peak had, it depends who you ask, between 100,000 to 50,000 people living here. And it was known to be the 5th largest city in the Roman world, in the Roman Byzantine world. Many of the early fathers of the church lived here. They had an amazing library here, and it was a very interesting city. Let's go and take a quick look. We can take a group picture under the arches here. Fantastic.